here are the clothes that I will be taking on my through hike. So if you look down the center from the hat that's towards the left side of the screen, those are the clothes that I expect to wear every day. The things on the outside to the left and right are inclement weather. So as a consequence, I'm including those in my base weight. I mean, I could lie to myself and say, oh, those aren't included in base weight because I'm theoretically wearing them. But for my planning purposes, I'm including those. You'll see that has a significant impact, of course, on my base weight, but I think it's the most honest and fair assessment. And we'll go over them. The clothes on the right-hand side are my night clothes. Okay, so let's go over each piece of gear. Okay, starting at the top. Big fan of the wide brim hat. Never made the transition from the 50s, so I will be wearing a wide brim hat. This one is all leather and is quite heavy. I have a number of others that are wool and things, and I may actually swap it out, but it's not included in my base weight anyway, so I'm staying with this. Then this, you've seen a lot. It's just a buff for routine, keeping my neck warm, and so I will be wearing that. Underneath the first set of base layer really is a t-shirt. So this is a Champion. I probably will stick with that, but it's sort of a synthetic fiber that's designed for specifically, you can even see it says vapor on there, to wick away moisture. This is my blue merino wool base layer with a hoodie for first line of defense for the head. Fits great underneath the leather hat, no problem. The sport kilt, I do plan on wearing that, even starting out early. We'll see. I've made provisions for if I have to swap it out, but I am really looking forward to wearing that. As far as socks, these are wigwam liners. And then these are waterproof socks. They're deck shell because I don't want to use waterproof shoes or boots. Even in the winter, my feet are going to be wet. I want them to dry. Certainly my shoes are going to be wet. Maybe we'll see how these are. These are new. I will be testing them out a lot before I get out there, but those are my socks. And then of course, you know, the Innovate 325 sort of trail, mid-ankle trail runners with the orange super feet in them. They have been fantastic so far. I've been beating them up, trying to break them down, several hundred miles on them, and I see no indications of wear at this point, and right now I've sort of learned to love them. Okay, so that's what I plan on wearing day to day. Now, this big monster, you all know, is my poncho. It's the heaviest piece of kit. It sort of serves four purposes at this point. It's sort of a luxury item. It's my ground sheet. It's my pack cover, and it's my rain gear. What isn't shown here is I'm thinking about getting a rain kilt from Z-Packs for my lower legs to complement this. But that's a beast. It's really durable in the briars and that sort of thing. It's the reason I sort of hesitate to go to like a Sea to Summit ripstop or something. This holds, stays down better. It's not quite so light, and it's also really durable. But I just know, I mean, I am prepared to bail on it, but it's been a hard one to get rid of so far. Coming across to the left is, so I have a balaclava. It also goes under the hat if I need it. I think probably I will need it, starting out so early. But it's made of like a micro fleece. Here is my puffy coat. It's just a Puma, but it's been super warm, and I think it's a 700 fill. And It packs down even smaller than that. I just need to put it in a compression sack. I'm putting all my clothes into a compression sack just because it makes them really small. At least I think I'm doing that. That's what I've been doing so far. But as you know, from my big three, I don't have my sleep system yet. So I just have to work with that and see how it goes. Option B is to put it all in a contractor bag. This is a waffle shirt. So it is, super warm. I decided to go with that instead of the Purina shirt because with all of these layers, I think this is a little bit lighter and I think it'll be warm enough. Now these are kind of stand-ins. Those are fleece liners and then mittens. I actually just purchased a pair of ORs that allow me to use the phone, operate the phone with them on, which have liners and gloves. These are certainly plenty heavy. So, they're a good stand-in for right now. My first line of defense, if it gets cold on my legs, are these Nike running pants. They have a little bit of a waffle cut inside to trap air, and they are actually warm enough that I haven't been able to wear them yet. But I've only been down at 40 so far. And I haven't been able to wear them yet. So my legs tend to stay pretty warm. So what I have been remiss in telling you are the weights. The Nikes, 8.18 ounces. The waffle shirt, 12.17 ounces. The mittens, 6.8 ounces. The liners, 2.25 ounces. The puffy jacket, 11.46 ounces. The balaclava is 1.23 ounces. And the beast is 23.7 ounces. That is a total of 66.29 ounces, which is 4.14 pounds. Okay, the sleep gear, because I know I'm taking it all and it's just basically one set, I just calculated without each individual piece, and that is 23.3 ounces or 1.46 pounds. All of my gear, clothing at this point comes out to 5.61 pounds, and that is including the items that I've decided to include in my base weight, and of course not including those things that I know that I will be wearing, unless I'm running naked through the woods, at which point you have to hose me down. Okay, I'll be right back with you. Okay, so that was a big one. 5.61 pounds for winter weight clothes. I knew it would be a high number, but it's going to be February. And from February to April, I'm going to need those clothes. And there's not a lot of compromise that's there except for that poncho. So that is still very much a work in progress. So we'll just see. I've still got pretty close to 2 months to make that decision. And you know what? If I make the decision and it's wrong, then, at Neil's Gap or the Knock or whatever, then I will just take that bad boy and throw it in a hiker box and buy something else. Okay, so we look at that 5.61 pounds. The cook and hydration setup, 1.43 pounds. And let's see, what was it was 8.17 pounds for my big three. So you add all those together, 15.2 pounds. Now I said my base weight goal was, or target was 15 pounds, which means I'm already 2/10 over. The big weight that's coming, that's left, electronics. I've already scaled it back, and I have an idea of what that electronics weight's going to be. I have scaled it back and minimized that somewhat.
So as a consequence, I have that a little bit under control. In addition to that, I've got my miscellaneous. I do have my micro spikes. You know, they weigh something. I've got my repair kit and my med kit, and then I've got my night bag which includes some of those items. But those are really the items that I have left. And I think they will probably come out, I'm just guessing right now, that they'll come out to be somewhere around 17 pounds, which means, you know, I'm going to have to find 2 pounds of weight somewhere, because I really do think that even though I included this, you know, 4.14 pounds as base weight, you know, and I could steal the 2 pounds out of that, I really don't think that's being very honest, because that's going to be, you know, on my back. So at the end of the day, this is something we all have to consider and all have to think about. But that's where we are right now, 15.2 pounds. I still have electronics, night bag, repair, and medical kit left. So, you know, none of those are really significant except for the electronics. So, okay, guys, next video will be those items and final calculation of base weight, or at least final calculation before some really hard thinking goes in to get that to 15 pounds. So thank you, guys. Really appreciate the support. Appreciate the views. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Don't cost you nothing. And we will see you soon. Scars out.